What's going on with you?
I don't know, man. I've lost all sense of my cave sense. We airship pirates are not a uh ground dwelling folk.
You and your dirigibles.
Dirigibles are beautiful.
Oh
Don't
my
don't
god,
diss
you
my
blew the you blew the wall up.
do not diss my semi-rigid airship. Fuck. Oh man, I just fell down a ravine. Still alive, but I'm just trapped. I've got nowhere to go. Slash death.
What is going on with you?
You do not have permission to kill yourself. Well, thank you for that. Now I'm trapped in a hole with no way out. I'm screwed.
No, dude, she's screwed. She's screwed.
Huh?
He's trapped in a hole with no way out, dude. Bow
Lol.
chicka bow wow. Okay, so if you're watching any of that on my screen, that is, you can see my inventory is full, and that is just trying to make a pump. Like the steps to make this thing is stupid. And you saw how much materials it takes just to come up with one thing now. But it is pretty rewarding when this stuff goes together. I know when we were playing around with the hydrogen generators, it was like when I turned it on and it didn't explode, I dribbled just a little.
And then it did explode, epically.
That was not the hydrogen generator.
No, that was not. I'd like to state that nobody here was responsible for the after effects of that. The massive craters in the world was not the fault of any member of Renacop Pictures or Actatus Co. We deny all responsibility for that incident.
We blew up another world. Like
We blew up the Ender or the End as well.
if we were like seriously, we're like the cons of Star Trek. We just destroy entire worlds.
To be fair, it was the most amazing thing I've ever done. It was awesome.
Oh
Fred
my
launched
God.
nuclear missiles at my face, and before I could push the button to launch mine, he blew up the entire section of world I was standing on. Like, I was suddenly on bedrock and then dead. It was amazing.
Yeah, you missed it because after you left, I think we tried out like every type of explosive in the ICBM pack.
I still have the audio from that, actually.
Do you really?
All 2 hours of it.
We
Yeah.
see, we even used some sort of what wasn't it like an ender bomb or something?
Yep.
And ended up in the end, and we ended up we started blowing up the end also.
Yeah, pretty much. I actually
It
did
was
pretty much
insane.
blow up all the end. I found out how to juggle antimatter bombs or bounce them. It was awesome. Which is why we will never be allowed to work in the nuclear industry of the US. However, I have a feeling that North Korea will gladly accept us.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I have to tell
They'll
you
take
that
you right now.
I logged because you guys didn't tell me what was going on, except I kind of knew that something must have blown up. So you kept telling me to log on, and I logged on, and you guys like set off like a nuke or an anti matter explosion or something, and all I hear before it goes off is a very ominous, like deep sounding Actatus come on and say, Kim Jong-un sends his regards, and all of a sudden the world like melted around me. Just absolutely melted.
It's absolutely beautiful. Maybe we'll upload that to SoundCloud.
That was crazy. And it was
Crazy
just done
awesome.
from that. And really, folks, that's what happens when little kids or peents are allowed to mess around with stuff like fusion and fission reactors when they really shouldn't be.
Woo!
The hell was that?
Okay. So we need some coal. We're going to make a battery box now. We're almost there, actually. We need to make batteries, which requires tin ingots, redstone, and coal.
I am finally out of the cave. I'm fairly certain I have grown a beard.
Oh, look, little Actatus has grown up. What is it with us picking the seeds that have all the rain?
I hate
I
the
don't know.
rain.
I feel
I mean,
like
I like it.
I feel like I'm in Oregon.
Okay, so currently right now in our version, you see how I have the steel up top, the batteries in the middle, but nothing happens here. And you're like, what? What's going on? That's the recipe. Well, let me show you what you have to do.
What is going on, Peent?
You need to take the batteries out of the crafting table, put them in your inventory, and you'll notice there's no line underneath them. Cycle to them, voila, and you see their dead line.
My chair is fucked. I'm gonna post a picture of this after the video goes live. This is bad. This is very bad.
You okay there, dude?
Yeah, it's just like the whole back of my chair and the front of my chair. Yeah, they've all just collapsed.
You guys are hard on chairs. I remember when it was was it last year or the year before that you guys visited for like most of the summer, and like Ganda basically like just tore up my chair.
Yep, that was last year. And in my defense, this chair, again, already suffered a lot of abuse. It was a outside chair prior to becoming house trained, and it sadly is still disobedient.
It's hard. It's hard to house train chairs.
It's extremely hard. Luckily though, luckily though, this is just an excuse to buy a proper computer chair instead of this metal thing.
Metal monstrosity.
Exactly. Maybe I'll also buy a mouse pad while I'm at it. Because, you know what, people don't say, like, no LPer will ever actually say it, but I'm going to say right now, recording is a difficult job, and not because of actually having to record, but if you don't have the proper, like, comfort supplies, like a mouse pad, you're screwed, man. Like, I've got cuts running up and down my palm from just having to move across the desk at rapid speeds. It's a good thing I'm not
Yikes.
like it's a good thing I'm not like a Korean South Park, a Korean StarCraft player. How the hell did those get switched?
They don't mess around. Those guys don't mess around.
I noticed that we've got a sign that says waste disposal on our furnace deal. I actually have an interesting story about the word waste. So today in Japanese we went over some verbs that are body location specific, you know, wearing above the waist and below the waist. And for some reason I kept crossing these so it would come out as, you know, waste as in like toxic waste or bodily waste every single time I would write it. And it was very bad, because then I'd be sitting there and I'd be lagging behind because I'm like, this doesn't look right. Why doesn't this look right? This should be the right word. It looks like the right word. It sounds like the right word, but it's not the right word. What the fuck, man? And I figure out the issue, and I feel like a complete idiot because I just misspelled waste.
So instead of like W-A-I-S-T, it was W-A-S-T?
Yeah, that was exactly it. I
But
can't
in
remember what the hell the
Japanese.
verb was. Like, I've got it written down in my notebook. I can't remember what the verb is, or the verbs are.
I'm sure that they have like 43 different like characters for that anyway.
I just want to know what your guys' consensus was on whether you were okay with whether you wanted the hydrogen generator just outside the house with the wire running into the house, or how you wanted that worked. And then I also need to know where you want this initial set of machinery so I know where to set the power source.
I think probably inside the house would be for the best. I think keeping it away from creepers would probably be a good idea.
That's strong work. That's why I ask people like you.
Why do we want to? The thing is do we want to basically make a basement level for power generation?
Ooh, that's a good point. I think it would look pretty cool myself, but that's just me. What do you think, Peent?
I like the idea, especially for expansion, when we get out of the safe power idea age and into the dangerous power idea age, aka fusion and fission. Oh man, there is a chasm underneath our building, and I'm stuck down here with no weaponry. And there's a creeper and a skeleton, and they want to do me harm. Creeper down!
So, shit, speaking of coffee, so, my mom came home the other day, from work. She's a janitor, I'm gonna get that out of the way. Well, she works part-time as a janitor.
I was gonna say, that's not her only job.
No, of course not. Because, we're Americans, and Americans don't have just one job, because,
Right.
fucking economy and shit.
Right.
Moving on. So she came home with this...
Listen to Actatus' potty mouth, right?
I
thought you were on a roll.
You must not have heard my, you must not watch profound profanity. Holy crap. That gets pretty far out there.
Did we flag that video?
We should have. Space and
probably
shit.
We probably should.
It doesn't get as bad as, I think my Super Hexagon video can get pretty dirty if you get stuck replaying certain parts.
Oh my god, that made me laugh. What's wrong with you? Can you not speak?
It's like I'm down here with a muffin.
Hold up, broski. Oh, dude, I see you. Hey,
what's up, dude?
what's going on, man?
Help me just clear out this. Oh, thank you, dude. I've been down here in the dark. It's like how Tom Cruise has been in the closet all this time. I was down here in the dark all this time.
Out of nowhere, I see a bunch of stuff explode in front of my face. Oh man, and then I see Smegghed hit the ground, and I'm just like, what the fuck? It was like that moment of a horror movie where like just the guy in front of you explodes.
Hey, Actatus, turn to your left and look at this thing. It just, like, the bottom falls out of this.
What is going on? I thought you guys were just gonna make a basement.
For
We made
Queen
a
of Country!
Oh my god,
Shit.
I can't believe you just did that. Oh, and a creeper!
Hey! What the hell?
You were in the way of digging operations.
What are you guys doing down here?
We're trying to make a basement.
Just guy stuff. Yo, dog.
Okay, I'll leave you guys at
Homie.
that.
Totally hetero.
Right. Hey, it's not my place to judge.
Yeah, you're right. If Peent wants to like goats, you should be able to like goats. Come on, man.
Shut up.
Huh.
Actually, what's great is Mr. B, the Gentleman Rhymer, actually has a song about sleeping with goats in the 21st century.
Come pick up all this
Really?
wood.
Yeah, it's called, if I remember right, You Just Can't. And it's all about how you just can't rip a goat these days,
Oh my god.
lest it wind up on your Facebook page.
That's true.
Yeah, Smegg knows that from experience.
Well, having lived up in Kansas, I wouldn't doubt it.
Nah, son.
A lot of sheep in Kansas.
He would lay there at night stroking their soft fur, saying, "Poor little bunny."
What I find strange is how many horses are here in the area where I live. Like I had
That
that day
doesn't
where
surprise me.
I was heading off to my job site for the first time. That kind of fell through. And I decided, oh hey, look, the next bus is like 15 minutes. I could totally walk to this place in that time. And so I start walking, and I'm walking, and I'm walking for about 15. Oh well, no, closer to an hour. think I made it about 3, almost 4 miles. But anyways, along the way, there's a lot of like huge houses with all these horses. It was absolutely bizarre for an area that I don't associate with either large houses or horses. Also, a lot of uphill movement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Most of that 4 miles was uphill.
That's terrible.
It
Sorry to
wasn't
hear that.
snowing, but we had desert weather. So, like 90 to 100 degrees. It was awesome. I loved it. It was cool.
Yeah, you guys
Like,
really
seriously.
do like hot weather. It's kind of bizarre.
Mike hates it. I love it, man. If I could live in a place that's like 100 degrees year round, bring it. I would totally do it.
Here's the thing: is that because of all the electronics in my room gets like 85 or 90 degrees during the summer, and I have like a room size AC unit. And when you guys visit, you never run it. It's like 90 some degrees in my room, and I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" And it's like, "No, we don't want it on."
Well, no,
Okay.
actually, I don't want it on. Mike would love to have it on, but I kind of slap him upside the head whenever he turns that on.
You see the electrolytic separator I just set down. And then next to that, we're going to place, that's the 3x3 by 1 deep pool of water. Electrolytic separator right on the edge of it. Then you place a hydrogen generator. Make sure you're placing it facing the electrolytic separator. It attaches up.
It's also powered by Gatorade.
Wait, what?
Well, it clearly runs off of electrolytes. And if Gatorade is good for replenishing electrolytes, then Gatorade is also good for hydroelectric power.
I'm going to place a I'm going to place a battery box down now.
Yeah, battery box, especially the advanced battery boxes, is important as you get into the higher power generating stuff because one of the more realistic things with the Universal Electricity API is that it does measure both watts and volts. So some of your generators will produce 240 volts, but your machines will take 120 volts, and your battery boxes will usually drop that down. So you don't blow stuff up.
I gotta clarify real quick. I was not being serious there. No, that was not serious in the slightest. I do not believe that we can run hydroelectricity off of Gatorade.
It's too late, dude. Secret's out.
I just love how, for a moment there, it was just, I felt like there was a stunned silence. Like, did he really just, yep, he did. Alright, then moving on.
Yeah, it was more like the universally accepted genius of the family just say he wanted to run stuff off like Gatorade.
That would be cool. Can we manufacture Gatorade to, like, produce more energy?
Sure.
I don't know how it would work. We could feed it to the sheep.